Hello. We both said, well, me stated that we're going to have a special edition for you coming up, and that is right now. We will.
What did you do?
What do you mean, what I do?
The room's on fire. Cool.
This girl is on fire.
Hey, come on now. It's felonies for singing copyrights now.
I love the song, so sorry.
Don't sue us, Alicia. Please don't sue us. Yeah, this is neat. Hot as hell, though.
It is hot.
Either way, we're here for our final pick. We promise you guys something special. And that is our last pick of TLC, the Firefly Inferno match. We've decided to, set our studio ablaze. So that way we can have the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton. Now, Inferno matches, there's only been a handful of them throughout all of WWE. The usual basic idea is that they put all these pyro areas, and these big flame things around the ring. And anytime someone gets hit with a big move, flames go up and everything else. Without fans in the arena, it almost seems like, this will be kind of a moot point. But yet, when you add the Fiend in there, you have to wonder if there's going to be more to this than meets the eye.
I feel like there is more to this that meets the eye. You have to think, and they've been showing it time and time again, and we've seen it time and time again over the last couple of weeks, where it's just been Randy Orton or the Viper using his, using what he has and what he knows and being the most villainous, most snake-like, Viper-like, person that he can be, and he's tried to take down the Fiend, the Fiend being the most evil persona we have, and he's turning people back into being who they were, trying to show them. But where did the Fiend come from? And Randy Orton said he was the one that made the Fiend the way he is from what we saw. If y'all remember back to the match where they had a match together, and at the time...
Mania 33.
Yeah, at the time, Bray Wyatt was not the Fiend, but he may have become the Fiend after Randy set his whole entire house on fire and broke his rocking chair. Remember?
Well, if we don't make our pick soon, we may not have much of a house left the way this is going. But either way, it's getting toasty in here. But we've all seen what the Fiend is capable of.
Yes.
He has gone toe to toe with the best of the best. And the reality is, we've spoken about it multiple times on the show. The Fiend changes people. Interacting with the Fiend turns you into what you consider to be your most successful persona.
That's
and
right.
Randy Orton has been no different.
Exactly.
We've seen Randy Orton since that first meeting with the Fiend several weeks ago has gone back to that sadistic, take no prisoners, win at all costs no matter what happens persona, and what makes him absolutely the best. There's a reason why he won the WWE Championship, albeit for just a couple of weeks earlier this year. We've been saying all year that not only has people like Drew McIntyre and Sasha Banks carried it, but we've also seen the reinvigoration of Randy Orton, even, as he gets into the back nine of his career. This has been honestly one of the best Ortons I think we've ever seen, if not the best.
And we've said it time and time again before. It has to be the best Orton we've seen since, for me, at least I've started watching. So, I mean, what are we getting from this match from Orton?
Right, and but you also look at the stipulation of the match, an Inferno match, which, perfectly symbolizes this rivalry here because it has really been a trial by fire in both directions. It was Randy Orton originally setting Bray Wyatt's home on fire that started all of this run, and slowly, along with, Wyatt himself has said that in combination with his loss to John Cena back at 31 has been what has created the anger and the frustration within him that ultimately made him into the Fiend. And now you're looking at Randy Orton trying to destroy what he created, albeit maybe by accident. And I think honestly it's probably too late. The Fiend has all but absorbed this, Bray Wyatt character into almost like Bray is the puppet in all of this.
Yeah.
And it was very, very apparent when you saw the last moment of bliss with Alexa, who has been surprisingly absent over the last couple of weeks in this storyline. So you have to wonder if tonight she maybe makes an appearance, trial by fire herself. But you see, I don't know how many of you caught it, but if you go back and watch that segment, they had a little tiny doll inside of the table that looked like she was locked in a cage, very similar to maybe that being the real Alexa, you know, and the Fiend persona of Alexa being what shows, you know, out for all of us to see. So, you know, the Fiend is a very, very disgusting, very capable, but also very violent fighter. There is no limitation that he is willing to go to. There is no limit. And now that you're all of a sudden going to put him in a match in which setting someone on fire is now going to be perfectly legal, you know, this could get very dangerous to both characters, but especially to someone like Orton, even as seasoned and experienced as he is. So, you know, we have to get down to, you know, our pick in this match, you know, and it seems like it's very one-sided, and it's very rare that you ever look at a match and you look at a person with the capabilities, the pedigree, the Hall of Fame career that is Randy Orton and say he's got no shot in this match. But everything says Fiend takes this match. But you're up first. Do you agree?
I feel like with this match, again, we have two volatile, you know, volatile, violent, brutal. They go into it with the mindset. This will not be a wrestling display. That's for sure. No, it's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath. One of them's going to come out crispy over the other. You know, what I'm saying is both characters can put on a theatrical show, but someone's going to come out the victor. Again, it favors the Fiend, but we've seen Orton pull out some pretty nasty stuff over the years that I've been watching him. So I'm not going to discredit him and everything that he's done, but it also could favor him and his mindset. You can't back a snake into a corner. That is the worst thing for someone to do. And,
well, that's when they're at their most dangerous.
That's exactly when they will strike. And the Fiend is doing just that. But Randy Orton has also stated, I'm in the mind of the person he cares for the most, and that is Alexa. So does Alexa kind of turn the tables in the Fiend's favor, or does she kind of flip it to where by accident she puts it in Randy Orton's favor? My opinion, again, I feel like it's a possibility that it could go either or. I'm pulling for Orton.
You're taking Orton?
I'm taking Orton because I feel like he is in the mind of the Fiend as many times as he's tried to trap the Fiend and the Fiend has come out on top. I feel like the Fiend is lacking something, just like Bray was lacking something when his house blew up and went up in smoke and fire from WrestleMania 33 and that match.
Everything about this match, as I said, favors the Fiend. I'm not discrediting Randy Orton, and it's impossible. You look at his Hall of Fame pedigree. There's nothing that this man has not gone through and has not done. But the Fiend is just something all indifferent of its own. And a match like this is going to allow the Fiend to truly be at probably the most dangerous we've ever seen him. You know, and that's saying something. But also, I think the Fiend has inadvertently put Orton back to his most dangerous as well.
Exactly.
This absolutely has the capability, if done properly, to be the best match of the night. It also has the capability of being the match that everyone's going to look at and go, that was an absolute joke. So they've got to be very cautious, but you have two very established veterans. These two had a main event match at WrestleMania a couple of years ago. So we know there's a lot of confidence in these two to be able to pull off a match like this. I do believe Alexa will play some role in the end of this, but I can't imagine that it's going to favor Orton. Orton, I think, he's always been a person that's been one step ahead of every person he's faced, sometimes multiple steps ahead of them. But I think the Fiend may ultimately want him to feel that way because I think truly he's ahead of Orton, and a match like this is going to be where you're going to see the Fiend at his most sadistic, especially if you're wanting to bring in these more adult-oriented storylines that we mentioned earlier. I'm taking the Fiend. This match is built for him, and I do believe that he will find a way to be victorious over Randy Orton. So that's our last pick for TLC. I need to go grab the fire extinguishers because we got to put this mess out. You know, we'd like to have a studio to be able to do the Royal Rumble, but thank you for joining us. Kia, quickly, take us home before everything burns down.
Hopefully everybody stays tuned and they actually watch the pay-per-view. Be prepared for our reaction afterwards, and we will see you all later. If you have any questions, comment, go ahead and just DM us. We would like to hear from you. Who are your picks? Did we get them right? Did we get them wrong? Tell us, communicate with us. Until then, we love you all. Have a good day. Peace.
Grab water!